Greetings, Earthlings. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about two of my favorite herbs for the gut. So many people are suffering with things like irritable bowel syndrome, um, GERD, diverticulitis. Crohn's disease is a really popular one. Something I didn't know about irritable bowel syndrome is that it causes you to have bowel movements a lot. I'm talking about 4 and 5 times in a day. I'm talking about you can't go anywhere unless you know for sure that there is a restroom available. Like you can't go exercise, you can't go shopping, you can't go do any of that stuff unless you know that there is a restroom available. And so I just kind of wanted to highlight two of my favorite herbs. They basically have the same types of properties. First of all, the active compound in both of them is mucilage. If you ever heard of psyllium husk, they kind of behave in the same manner, but these are more wholesome than psyllium husk. You know, psyllium husk is very processed. So but let's get to it. It's really quick. This is marshmallow root and slippery elm bark. So if you're dealing with issues that cause a lot of inflammation in the digestive tract, like GERD or IBS or Crohn's disease that's causing you to go to the bathroom a lot, I would use marshmallow root because it targets inflammation from those conditions. It also does what slippery elm bark does, and that is to coat the digestive system. So it's really good for that. It literally turns into like a gel and it goes along the digestive system and it just soothes it and it offers a lot of relief. So consider getting those. There's so many forms that you can take them in. Today I'm just showing you. So this is the marshmallow root, and I don't know if you'll be able to see how it responds. It's really, really thick, as you can see how it's holding on like that. It's not like a typical bark where if it were like dandelion root or something, it would just fall to pieces. This is kind of like cotton. For the I don't know how else to describe it, kind of like cotton, as you can see. And slippery elm also does the same thing, but today I have slippery elm in a powder form, which I'm actually going to, and this is how you can use slippery elm. I just made myself a glass of tea because I drink lots of herbal tea, pretty much 2 cups in the morning, 2 cups at night. It just depends on, how I'm feeling. But I like to get at least 1 teaspoon of slippery elm per day, and I split it in doses. Sometimes I might do half a teaspoon in a smoothie, or I might just put half a teaspoon in a cup of water. But tonight I'm putting a half a teaspoon in some herbal tea. And all you have to do is drop it in there and stir it around. And if you let it start getting cool, you'll start seeing it to separate. It'll start looking like that gelatinous consistency that I was telling you about. But they both can come in a powder form, and they're also, even in a powder form, it's very thick. So, and with with the marshmallow, if you want to get it like this and boil it, it's just 1 teaspoon, no more than 2 teaspoons to a cup of water. Now, when you're dealing with conditions like IBS, I encourage you to consume this like 3 times a day. If it's really bad, try and consume it like every 3 hours. Make you a big batch of it and then just drink like 1 cup every 3 hours. And over time, even within a matter of a week, you will notice a major difference. And as you start getting better and using the restroom less, then you don't have to drink it as often. And if you find that once you slow down on it, your symptoms start coming back again, you just up it. You just up the game again, because that means that your digestive tract still needs more healing. But like I said, they're basically very similar. They're mucilage, that's the active compound, but with slippery elm, which is the one I showed you in the powder, it targets conditions like if you're dealing with eczema, constipation, diarrhea, really good for skin issues in cold and flu season. It's great to have around for sore throats and coughs. It goes really well when you pair it with elderberry if you want to create some kind of cough syrup. So yeah, slippery elm is really good for that. Marshmallow, like I said, it targets certain conditions because of the inflammation. It takes away some of the pain that's associated with IBS or GERD. So do your research on these. If you have to ask your doctor, I always encourage people to, if you're afraid and you're not sure, definitely do your research. If you need to talk to your doctor about it. But get these 2 herbs in your life. You will not be disappointed. I feel like anybody who is on some sort of healing journey should definitely start here. Anytime you're healing, it's beneficial to start with your digestive system. I don't know if you saw my previous video that I posted last week, but the digestive system, it has its own set of neurons. It's almost like another nervous system. It communicates constantly with the brain. So do yourself a favor and heal your digestive system. Start small. Don't try and go and get a bunch of herbs. We will talk about herbal blends later. But for now, these are my 2 favorites. Start with these 2, and I promise you, you will notice a major difference. So I hope that helps. If you know anybody who's sick and going through it with their gut, any of these conditions that I named, even with the skin issues like eczema, psoriasis, and stuff like that, definitely get these in your diet. Thank you so much for your time. This is not a long video. Do me a favor, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, like this video, follow me on Instagram at The Earthy Oasis. And if you have any questions like where to go to get this or how to prepare it, you can take it in capsule form, whatever is easier for you, but get this into your diet. Okay, I love you. Thank you, and I will see you next time.